money back, 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 woo, money back, money back, money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids, and they gang, so don't be talking sideways. Salty, they sodium, they jelly, petroleum, always talking in the background, don't never come to the podium. Chef Cardi B, I'm up, I see you like the again. While you was sleeping on me, I make 40 bands by 4 p.m. They be taking everything you want, I'm like a walking. I don't understand what this hate is about. How you go your man with my name in your mouth? I do the Maybach on Monday, for rock Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just what I say. I say, babe, it's a, he said it's a, them pretty, you look like Beyonce, looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Cleveland Browns. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. This is Saquon Barkley. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking for Shepard deep. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play there for the Giants. 48 yards.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A first down carry for Barkley. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
back to throw here. To Barkley on the check down. And now running right through it. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. They'll look to throw now on first down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, his second touchdown on the season. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now a 7-0 game. Rosas now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Watch it now, Barney!
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
First carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Lucky 56. Everyone's got 4 down. Gone.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Gone! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Buying time to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. On fourth down, the Browns hand things over to the veteran Britton Colquitt to punt. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And now out come the Giants. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. A good move, but not much room to run. Brought down at the 5. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On second down, here's Barkley, able to slither by. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit. Detroit.
Now back to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? It's certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Let's take it inside his own 40. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Detroit. Detroit.
Here's Coleman. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Eli Apple up from his corner spot to make the play.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult third down call now.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. They're staring up at a 3rd and 9 to start it out.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Working out of the gun. Mayfield drops it off for Coleman. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They begin with a run by Barkley. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. Nifty Odell Beckham Jr. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Odell Beckham, 79 yards. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Rosas now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Flag 99 Philly, here we go. 50, Detroit! Detroit!
And Mayfield just getting the play off. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play. And
that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Gone!
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. They'll toss it to Coleman. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. Third down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Over.
From the gun, Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, it's third and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. The pitch goes to Barkley. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down. Two minutes to play here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Open man right side is Ingram. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves to James.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Back to throw now on first down. He dumps it off to Barkley. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be a second down. The gun. They'll look to throw. And this is Shepard on the catch. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
They'll drop the throw. Forced out to his left. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. In for the score. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Well, he scrambled outside of the pocket, wondered what was going to happen there. He fired a dart. That's what happened.
He certainly did. Scrambled left, looked left, and then left it in the receiver's hands with some dispatch.
In the receiver's hands, in the end zone for the score. Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Rosas now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here.
Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Landry, the intended target. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
They'll set up to throw. Looking for Shepard deep. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Meanwhile, down in Dallas, an update from there. And it's the Bears who are off to the early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out.
Lucky 56. Detroit.
They'll look to throw. This is intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. He's at the 30, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, a nice spin. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. Green.
2nd down, Mayfield. Oh, he stays on, shedding through the defense. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing, Mayfield. And the pressure gets to him again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll go to Barkley again. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The Giants on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Shepard. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. A handoff to Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Lucky 56.
Back to throw here. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
Mayfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Gone. Over.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. Here's Britton Colquitt now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And New York set to take the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Coleman has it here right side. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Is that not the very definition of a tough yard gain?
Now, is that one where as the receiver you go to your quarterback and say, why'd you even throw that?
Yeah, I think you do, and I think you wonder what type of a route are you going to send me on that only 1 yard is going to be the result? If I'm going to go in there and take contact, let's go ahead and get something out of it, not just 1 yard.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
The Giants on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll set up a throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
3-19.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Play fake. Mayfield. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
No, check. Patriot.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over. Black 99 Philly, here we go. Gone.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a 1st down.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, Mayfield. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to make it 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll run it with Coleman. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to find a little space. He gets us up over the 15 to the 16. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. They'll let it go deep for... He's got a man. Complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A handoff. Barkley running left. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this 4th quarter. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Franklin. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. He'll look to throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, first down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on second down.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. He'll drop to throw. But he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's Barkley. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily The coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. 4 down.
Coleman. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11. They will run again with Coleman. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Here's Britton Colquitt now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. And they'll run it here. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here. Fighting through pressure. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 15. Spinning past him. And now running right through him. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for the Giants, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for the Browns, the loss is number 8 for them on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.